I grew up in Colorado, and my interpretation of mud running or playing in the mud is completely and totally different than I could ever imagine or ever fathom what goes on in the Louisiana mud. When we were stuck and your feet are sucked in and your wheels are suctioned in the mud and you can't move, and all of a sudden you give a little burp and reverse and then just rip through it, or these massive puddles and ponds that you have no idea how deep they are, they just float across and play hard. And it was unbelievable fun. All my buddies had a great time, and it was cool. We were all on one mission, out driving hard, driving fast to go have fun. Reminds me of back in the day when we were all looking for trouble. It's easy to find when you're looking for it. It's been a crazy last year, I think, for me and everybody, where you're kind of confined to the inner workings of your home, of your ranch, of your little family or whatever thing you have. So it was really fun and exciting to get out in Louisiana. Kind of seemed like the world's opening back up again, you know. It was amazing to see 10,000 people running wild, being crazy, back to how we used to live. And that was my first experience back into the wild again. That was their thing to do at night at Muddy Bottoms. They would just cruise, hundreds and hundreds of bikes lined up, meeting in different parking lots, meeting in different mud holes, meeting, cruising, rolling. It was just really cool, really fun. So of course we jumped in and we just rolled with everybody, and just seeing all the different bikes and all the different people and all the music and all the good time, man. It was a fun thing. Dustin Jones, the S3 Boys, and myself put out a Instagram that we were doing a group ride at this event.
Memorial Day weekend, we're headed out to Muddy Bottoms ATV Park in Cerrone, Louisiana for the Mudapalooza ride.
So if you're in the area, come down. If you're already there, we'd love to have you come.
For the first ever S3 BMF Rough and Rowdy ride.
We were both kind of thinking, man, I wonder how many people are going to turn up. Like, I'm not very known in the mud industry. You are, and we'll see. Anyways, we pull up to the group ride, we come rallying in, and there's just, I don't know, a couple hundred people there waiting for us. It was so cool. Interact, play. Dustin and Quentin are head-to-head, blowing smoke. Dustin blows a bell. We're handing out Budweiser, a bunch of Monster swag. It was cool to see everybody engage and come ride with us. And then the ride was like 50 bikes. I've never seen anything like it. Like, you couldn't even see the end of the snake train that we were running through the mud. People getting stuck, everyone helping. Then everyone drums around this massive hole. And we were all playing and jumping in the water, riding wheelies across. Cool part of being in a group ride, in a group setting, and when you're all geared up doing the same thing, everyone's all like-minded and helping. So if someone gets stuck, there's 12 people with straps jumping out to help you. Eric had mud all over his board, some all over his windshield. Some guy jumped out with like a weed sprayer pumping water and was just hosing water. He said, every time my thing got dirty, this guy jumped out of nowhere and washed my windshield for me. Just the group camaraderie and the group bond that you get out of doing something together in unity was cool to see. So I stayed back on the group ride to make sure we had gotten all of everybody out. I didn't want anyone left stuck, so I stayed back. We went back to camp, picked up the 6x, picked up more beer and Monster. I came to the bounty hole, which is a massive hole in the ground that they dig with a tractor, and they pay $5,000 to the fastest time to get across it. And we were handing out everything again, it's just really cool to see the giant crowd interaction. But the bounty haul was tons of fun, man. The four-wheelers and the side-by-sides try to make it across under a certain amount of time. I only think but a couple made it. So it's so deep, so gnarly. And the kids were catching snakes and frogs, and people were drinking and having a good time. It's a good event, fun event. First place, $5,000, and like I said, it was pretty cool to watch. We'd call it pretty early, get to bed at, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock some nights, and you'd hear bikes and people still out cruising and partying until 5, 6 in the morning. Like the quiet hours at Muddy Bottoms might have been 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Maybe that was if you got lucky. But it was really cool to witness the whole experience.
Yeah, there's only one way to know if it's real.
Look at the lake on fire.